Like that. Welcome to the Firearms Insider Gun and Gear Review Podcast, episode 316. On this show, we showcase gun reviews, gear, and anything else a gun enthusiast may be looking for. We strive to evaluate products from an unbiased and honest perspective. Okay, who's got the echo? I'm Chad
I'm
Wallace,
on mute.
and I'll be your COVID-19 wrangler tonight. And in this show, we'll be discussing PCPs, FNs, and a chassis. So far with me tonight are Rob and Tony. We did have Zane, but he had internet problems, so he dropped out. So did
Poor
any of you
Zane.
guys actually do anything in firearms this week?
Yeah, I'm working too much to do a darn thing in firearms, so no.
Right. Tony,
Yeah, I ordered ammo.
you found ammo to order?
Oh well, I jumped on the order ammo thing before everybody lost their cotton picking minds. So
I gotcha.
my stuff's coming in from Brownells. It got shipped from Brownells.
So now you're allowed to have ammo drop shipped to your door in Jersey?
Right now, before they change that law, yeah, I'm able to. But I
No,
can't.
They might change it.
I can't get my guns out of jail because they won't do my background checks.
Hey, you know what? I'll be honest with you. I had a hankering this weekend, so I went to a gun shop. I said, you know what? I want to see if they got one of them yeet cannons. But I guess, and they're like, no, we don't sell those gimmick guns. I'm like, okay, later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Get one of those. If do they still, is that a limited run or what are they doing with those?
well, I
Nope,
think
not a-
I think aren't they waiting to
Well, right
see
now,
what's up?
right now, High Point's closed. They closed down.
Oh, okay.
True.
I got the email today, I think, or yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know if there's anything in the pipeline.
maybe.
Yeah, they were supposed to come out. I talked to them during the SHOT Show. I think second, third quarter. I forgot what they said. It's in my interview. It's in my interview. If you guys want to look at my social media
And,
or my YouTube channel.
and since NRA got canceled, you can't talk to them next month.
Uh-huh.
Which, it kind of sucks.
And this show's not going to drop till Friday, is it?
Correct.
I was going to say, if anybody's listening now and you live and you haven't voted for your NRA board members, go ahead and vote. I went ahead and did that and mailed mine off this past weekend.
Awesome. Yes,
'Cause I
and
think you got till the end of the month. I don't think they extended voting.
I don't think they did, but I don't quote me on that. So,
So
let's see.
if you're going to vote for Anthony Calandro, Gun for Hire Range in Woodland Park, he's an actual Second Amendment advocate.
Done deal, dude. That's the only person I voted for.
Nice.
Yes. So besides
But
ordering
we're not a
ammo,
political
Tony,
show.
did you
Oh.
do anything else?
Let me see. Ordered ammo, put together the 9mm carbine that I can't zero. So that's it. I'm just going to order some more stuff and try to complete some more bills. And I think I'm going to do the rifle giveaway. I got the Boogaloo lower. I have the entire rifle kit from Palmetto State Armory. I'm just figuring out how to do that to get the most, people in Patreon. So once this thing is over, I feel that we'll be doing a lot of diversity shoots. I think my season's going to be compacted.
Well, and speaking of that, I'm going to speak for myself here, but hopefully some of these new gun owners have found the show if they would like, and we appreciate it, and we would like you to seek out, proper training. Tony's diversity shoots are awesome for that. Hit me up if you really need training and are in Oregon. I'm not a trainer, but I will help you, especially if you're a brand new gun owner. The more people, the merrier.
Yeah. How's this?
I mean,
If you don't know anybody in your state, you can either go to, what is it, the NSSF
I think
Or-
so.
oh yeah.
or NRA to find a trainer. And if you go there and you're still weirded out, hey, hit me up. Shoot me an email. Shoot Chad an email. I
Yeah.
might know somebody in your state.
Exactly. We might know somebody, or we can find
Well-
somebody in the state you're in.
Yeah, and you got Zane in South Florida, and I'm on the east coast of Florida.
Okay. Now,
Uh-oh.
now people know how many Florida men we have on the show.
Yeah,
Great.
we just lost a bunch of people now. Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
geez.
look, our viewers went from 0 to 0.
0 to -5.
Uh, you know, I didn't really do much. I did get in the Matador Arms regulator 5.56 muzzle brake
Nice.
to do a review on. I said something on one of their social media posts, and since I've met them, they were like, "Well, why don't we send you one and you can see?" I'm like, "Okay," and then I'm like, "Okay." So I got it mounted up because that's all I did.
Because why not?
Yes, I also got a Glock barrel from Tactical Kinetics
Ooh.
for a Glock. It's a Glock 17 barrel. It is threaded, and it's for review also. And I was able to completely finish putting together this Lone Wolf 19 length grip frame, 17 length slide pistol.
Nice.
Because hey, why not?
Well, that's the Glock 45 is the 17 grip with a 19 slide.
No, this is a 19 slide with a 17. 17 slide with a 19. Glock doesn't make one of those yet?
Wait a minute. Doesn't make what?
A 19 size frame with a 17 slide. They make the opposite. They make a 19.
Mm-hmm.
No, so they make the big frame with the small slide.
Right. This is the small frame with the big slide.
Okay.
The proper way.
I've got like 5 blue label coupons for Glock. I probably ought to use 1 or 2 of them.
You can send them my way. I'll use them.
You got to have my, it's linked to my account or my GSSF membership.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Get one and then send it my way. I'll give you an FFL.
Do that. That'd be a straw purchase, Chad. No, we can't do that.
No, you can sell it to me. I'll send you $1. I mean, why not? Okay. So, announcements. Go to the Gun and Gear Cult.
You're not giving any kind of legal advice on selling guns right now, okay?
Exactly. Go to gunandgearcult.com and pledge your support for us. And, we'd still like to thank Urban Jaguar for his $25 support because that is awesome.
I think he hit me up on Instagram this week.
He may have that or I gave your name to somebody else.
Oh dear God!
I know. But so
thank you, wherever you are. I know you listen to the show.
If you'd like to pledge your support, please go there and do so. Bandwidth sponsor, of course, is Patriot Patch Co. There are new patches for the patch of the month. I forgot to look to see what it was, but I did see a picture of it.
Yeah, it's the bunny, right?
Yeah, it's something to do with a bunny. That's all I know.
For April.
But hey, that's cool. So go check them out. We love Jake and Ryan. And, Ryan's probably just sitting at home playing with his kid or something during all this stuff. So he has all the time to design patches or something. Yeah, right. Check out gunstreamer.com if you would like firearm content videos. Of course, if you shop Amazon, please use our affiliate link at firearmsradio.tv/Amazon. And more importantly to us is we do have a Matador Arms affiliate link, and it is in the show notes. It is also on the firearmsinsider.tv website. And they just released their AR mag adapter for CZP10 mags. Is that right?
Nope. P07, P09.
That's right. It's a good thing Tony's on here and knows what he's talking about. So go check that out. At least one of us
does.
Exactly. There's also an Amend 2 affiliate link. So if you're buying mags or stuff like that, you can go do that also. And, see, here's the perfect thing. Matador Arms sells a Glock magazine adapter for AR magazine wells, and Amend 2 sells Glock compatible magazines. There you go. So, and
nice.
Yeah, you like how I did that? I just thought of that.
Nice segue.
I'm doing pretty good. And now it's time for Rob to pretend that he knows what he's talking about.
I never know what I'm talking about. This is not pretending. This is like Imagination Land.
Yeah, pretty much. Unicorns and all.
Mm-hmm. The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the individual co-hosts and do not reflect the official policy or position of the Firearms Radio Network and or their employers. This is not legal advice, nor should it be considered as such. Viewer discretion is advised. This is especially true on live shows and when we're trying to pretend like we know we're talking about giving out firearms selling information. Anyways, we don't have a main topic tonight, but as soon as I get out of this crazy time in work, I did get those combat flip-flops and a pair of those combat sandals, and I'm liking them, so I'll eventually put together a review on those. But in the meantime, let's switch over to a pistol caliber pistol.
Yeah.
The PC Charger.
Exactly.
I want to call it a pistol caliber carbine, but it's not a carbine because it's not a rifle.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yes, you could. Technically, you could SBR it and wait a year. It depends. You know how it goes. But as we always say, it is the Ruger PC Charger. MSRP on this one is $799. We just lost Tony, but I'm sure he'll be back.
He'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be back, but that's okay. It is in 9mm Luger. They do have state compliant ones, but we're not going to talk about those here. Capacity on this is 17 rounds. So basically, it depends on. That's with their magazine, but as with their PC carbines, it comes with the Glock mag adapter, and we all know that's what you're going to probably use. It is the handguard, although short, does have a couple M-LOK slots on it. It is a glass-filled polymer chassis. Uses standard AR grips. It has a 70-75 pick rail on the rear to allow those style of braces, like think SIG, MPX, stuff like that. There is also, go ahead, Rob.
I was going to say you can use that brace on the MPX, but it's really designed for that. The MPX is designed for that slidable stock that you can buy for it.
But doesn't the MPX use the rail system?
I think it does. I probably got one in the safe. I got to go pull it out.
But either way, you can buy adapters to put any style of carbine, AR carbine buffer with a pistol brace on it. If you would like folders, the whole gambit of stuff out there. It does run their flared magwell. It has QD mounts. Basically, it does what you want it to do. It uses 1022 trigger components. It does have a threaded barrel. The barrel length on it is, where'd it go? 6.5 inches. So the whole thing is 16.5 inches. And it is a takedown, so you can take it down if you would like, which makes it even cooler. It's 1 in 10 twist barrel. I'm trying to think if there's anything major that I missed. You can reverse the charging handle or the magazine release, I believe, because of what it is. All I can say is I think I want one of these, but, I never thought I'd say I wanted a PC carbine. I personally think they're kind of ugly, but I think it's just the fore end on this thing. It's super short. AR compatible. Put a folding stock on the rear. You have yourself a nice 9mm carbine. I mean, does anybody else want to say what kind of in love they are with this thing?
Actually, not so much. I've watched everybody's review on it, everybody who's actually handled it, and almost everyone points out the fact that that little finger stop or whatever they called it on the front fore end thing.
It's a finger stop. Yes, it comes with a little hand stop.
Oh, you're not hearing me, Rob?
I can hear you, Tony.
Okay, because I wasn't hearing anything Tony said.
Okay, yeah. Everybody said the little hand stop on it gets in the way of everything. It's heavy for its size, but I look at it. I think it's pretty cool. If I lived in the state, I could have it. Um, I don't know. I'm not blown away by it, but I think it's a cool idea. But you know me. I mean, I think guns are fun, man. There's no
Oh
reason not
yeah,
to shoot the thing. Especially because it takes Glock mags, or if you're one of those guys that has some of the Ruger, what is it, Security 9, or the Ruger American.
right.
Hey, there you go. So,
Eh,
I mean, I dig it. I like the fact that I think everything's reversible, right?
yes.
Everything is. So
It,
you can switch controls over to the other side if you want. You can run it like AK, whatever. In love with it? No, because I like the other look better. I really do. I like the longer one with the M lock,
I
and
I
The
think
full
the other one
carbine.
looks better. I think
yeah,
this handguard is what screws the looks of this up personally, but I still kind of want it. And as Tony says, it weighs 5.2 pounds, so it's not like it's super heavy.
no, I don't
Uh,
think it's super heavy, but it's a dense sucker. It's not lightweight.
Oh
right.
no,
um,
no.
what, what's the barrel length on this? 6.5 inch barrel?
Yep. And
Yeah, something
threaded.
like that.
It's threaded half 28.
I think that's awesome. I think somebody will probably come up with a cooler looking handguard
Oh
aftermarket.
yeah. And that's the thing is you got to figure they will, and I don't think it'll take much. It's just I don't know because, like you said, the PC carbine itself, they put a smaller handguard diameter wise on it, and
Uh-huh.
it looks a lot better. I don't know. Maybe they made this the same bottom height as the chassis, so that you get more grip on it. I mean, it is only a 6.5 inch barrel, so
Hey man, look, more power to Ruger. Ruger's killing it right now. I mean, I don't feel that there's anything bad going on with this. Um, and again, I wish I lived in a state that I could actually own it.
right.
You can't own this?
No,
Why
Oh,
not?
that sucks.
weighs too much.
Oh,
What?
you
Okay, yeah,
have a
like one
weight limit too. So
52 ounces or something silly. Some
so
arbitrary number.
so you're saying I couldn't own myself in Jersey?
What?
Well, I'm fat.
Uh, Trust me. Your fat is my skinny picture slim.
Uh,
No,
but yeah, Rob,
this is
you
cool.
got anything to say?
I
This is cool.
honestly, I didn't hear what Tony was saying until I replugged in my mic, but this looks pretty cool. I like the fact that it's a takedown, and I'm sure you could probably take that front handguard off if you don't like it, or that thumb rest, or whatever they call that thing hanging down from the front of it.
Yeah, it's just in an M lock slot. So
So, and like you said, I think give it about 6 to 8 months, and you have somebody with a nice front forend that looks a lot better. But I think it's pretty cool, and I like the fact they did it for the Glock mag. So, you
yeah, and
know,
I had heard that they were going to release this at NRA show, but of course,
oops,
since it got canceled, they were like, we might as well just release it. And
here we go.
so I'm kind of curious to see in the next few weeks what else Ruger has decided to dish out because
Oh yeah,
yeah, they like Tony said they are killing it. And
this with an optic and a slide folding stock would be nice.
oh yeah, you put one of the just a red dot on it like a Hollow Sun or
Mm,
the Adable or
who
bunch
cares?
yeah, any Swamp Fox, any of those.
Hmm.
It'd be perfect on this. So,
Also, understand, I mean, because the breakdown, dude, you break it down, you got this thing. I don't know. A lot of people say truck gun, but I'm like, well, what's going on right now? Dude, something might pop off before you can get to your truck. And if you have this
True.
in the office or workspace,
that's what
you
your
got,
pistol's for. Oh,
yeah,
wait, this is a pistol.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now you have, multiple areas of contact, so you can shoot it like a sub gun if
Hmm.
need be. Because again, we don't know what'll happen. Hey, man, you may have to leave work through the back door. Depending
Well,
on what you do.
yes, and I will mention that depending on the state you live in, uh, some like in Oregon, I will say, my knowledge is that it is a concealed handgun license, and so a pistol is a handgun, no weight restrictions like Jersey. So
Mhm.
you cannot conceal a rifle in your vehicle because it's weird here, but you can conceal a pistol with a permit. Now, this is, of course, unless you're actively hunting or going hunting. So make sure and have your hunting license on you, and you can be going hunting.
And
Yeah.
according to ballistics by the inch, when you get in a 6-inch barrel, you're pretty much getting like a couple 100 feet, you know,
Well,
of
and
extra velocity.
that's the thing is, it's like you're looking at like say this, like a 4.5 inch barrel. Well, it's a little longer, 4 3/4, because it's threaded. But
Oh, it
yeah, you
is.
get no, not that. This
Oh,
pistol.
okay, okay,
Glock
yeah.
17. Yeah, you will gain a little bit. Now, you lose, in my opinion, like over a 16-inch carbine, you'll lose a couple 100 feet per second. But a 6.5 is a great in between over
Hmm.
for a 9 millimeter. I mean, it's not like you're trying to run a really, in my opinion, the 6.5 inch 9 millimeter is better than a 7.5 inch AR in 223.
Yep.
Man,
So my
plus to
opinion.
drop a silencer on that thing, oh, that'd be nice. That'd be a nice rig to carry.
Oh yeah, especially some of the short 9 millimeter suppressors they're coming out with nowadays. Uh
Mm-hmm.
huh.
With a heavier round, like a 147.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
or
Subsonic,
anything,
yeah.
even a 124, 130. Doesn't Federal make some 130s or something? Yeah,
Probably.
you guys
Yeah,
get it.
135. Federal
Yeah,
makes a 135 hydro
yeah.
shot.
See, you
Yeah,
guys get
I'm
it.
trying. Yeah, if I
Yeah.
wouldn't, yeah, like I told on the pre-chat, once I get my credit cards paid off, I'm
There's going to be so
looking for
much stuff
toys.
out there for Rob to
Oh yeah.
buy.
Wait a minute. Oh, dude. This with a stock with a suppressor and a light for home defense?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah,
You mean like a light mounted to the front rail?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like on the side.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, that'd be a cool home defense
Because
gun.
if you go down, if you scroll down in their thing, they have their little video, which never does much, but they show the guy with instead of having a pistol brace, he's running a sling on the back.
Just stop.
Uh-huh.
Just stop.
With a little red dot, and he shows like his hand fits between the magwell and that stop, which is
Mhm.
kind of cool. And of course, it has a short suppressor on it.
Yep.
Oh, did it? And Tony is gonna hate us
Is
because
what
he
it
saw
is.
it. Yeah, I know. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Mm.
that was the Ruger PC Charger pistol, or whatever they want to call it. I call it a PCP, and Zane even said he kind of liked it, and then he was having connection
Wow.
problems, so we
Yeah,
got
that
rid of
kind
him.
of floored me. Zane likes a pistol caliber pistol.
Well, I think it
carbine
grew.
wannabe.
I think it grew on him when he built that like 5.5 inch AR
True.
one. I really
4.5
do.
inch. He
Oh,
built
that's
a
right.
4.5 inch pistol carbine, pistol caliber pistol.
It's Florida, man. What do we expect?
He took zero advantage of barrel length at all and just made it the same length as the barrel on his Glock 19.
He just has more points of contact. That's it.
That's all.
Yes, we got
Oh, Lord.
it. So next up, I think one of Rob fanboy Rob is probably a better word for it. FN came out with the 503 pistol. MSRP is 549, and yes, you hear Rob in the background. This is their like super subcompact single stack striker fired pistol they just came out with. It is 9 millimeter. Mag capacity is 6 or 8 rounds, so basically flush fit or extended. It weighs 21 ounces. 3.1 inch long barrel. The whole thing's 5.9 inches. The height is 4.6 inches. It's 1.1 inches wide. I love how FN touts their trigger pulls as 5 to 7 pounds. I used to say, come on, can you not get a specific weight? But I'm thinking now that having felt more like, say, Glock pistols, oh, it's a 5.5 pound trigger. No, this one's 6.5 pounds. So I think this 5 to 7 pounds is more realistic than anybody else saying it's exactly this rate.
Mhm.
Uh, They do give a sight radius of 5.1 inches because you're going to measure that. But, you know, uh, like we said, it's striker fired, slim, low profile sights. It does have a loaded chamber indicator. I think that's kind of just a FN thing. Does not, I repeat, does not have front cocking serrations, which kind of surprised me. It does have a polished chamber and feed ramp, or so they say. It's slim, textured grip, looks pretty decent. It says oversized controls for, ease of use. I'm looking, the mag release sticks out a little, but it's in this little like recess, which is kind of cool. It does have a regular slide lock. It does have a trigger safety flapper deal. All I can say is I'm glad FN brought this out. I really want to feel it to see what it's like. I like slim striker fired pistols for like super concealed carry, I guess is what I would call it. But that's kind of just me. I mean, come on, most of the time I carry a car CM9 or something, so super small, but of course it's got a long trigger pull. This is going to have a shorter trigger pull. That's kind of it. I would like it to be a like SIG kind of semi single stack magazine, but hey, it is what it is. I like it. I'm not big on FNs, but hey, each their own. I could change my mind if they sent me one.
Nice. So could I, if we're going to jump into it. I like the idea FN guns because I feel they're underrated when it comes to handguns. Even they hadn't taken their freaking handgun thing seriously. I mean, they came up with like the Browning High Power in 35, and then didn't come up with another FN gun until the FNS or the FNX as their guns. But they have a solid reputation and prior to the FN 509. So this is, I think, still part of the FN 509 system, like how they have their gun set up. So you have all that behind it. I mean, nobody can go, oh yeah, FN makes this horrible gun, right? Like this, exactly. And this is the same size as the Shield. Smith and Wesson M&P Shield.
I was thinking it was a little smaller than the Shield.
Well, I'm checking out the measurements. I got the barrel length is 3.1, which is the same barrel length. Overall length on this is, overall length on this is 5.9, and the Shield is 6.1.
Right. Okay.
So, the weight.
Go ahead. Keep going.
The weight's the same. Everything's about the same on both this and the Shield.
Right. I was looking up the 365, which the overall length is 5.8 inches. So, it's about the same length. The height is 4.3 inches and 4.6. So it's a little larger than the P365, and the width is about the same. Of course, weight is pretty much similar.
Yeah, form follows function.
Yeah. But, so it's kind of what you want, what feels good. They're all all these subcompact single stacks are in about the same category size-wise.
So now you only got price to dictate which ones you want to buy.
Price, magazine price.
Yeah, let's never forget the price of the mag, because
if you can get $15 mags or say $20 mags, or if your mags cost $40, I think I'm going with $20 mags. But of course,
go ahead.
Of course, if it doesn't fit your hand properly, $20 mags doesn't make a difference. Now,
I'll be the first to admit I don't have a lot of experience shooting single stack, subcompact, whatever you call that Glock garbage. What's the skinny Glock?
The 43?
Yeah, I shot that thing. It felt like me hitting a tree with an aluminum baseball bat. I just, in the web of my hand, it was horrible. No.
And that's the thing is a lot of pistols, when you shoot them, these little single ones, they are snappy. and some feel better than others when you shoot them. And of course, none of us have shot the 503, so we don't know. But like my car, it's snappy, and partly because I can only get 2 fingers on it. But same kind of thing. It's similar size, 6+1. You get the idea.
Yeah, and see, I mean, like I carry the Glock 19 when I'm carrying, and I can I can get 2.5 fingers around it. So it's
Well, see,
still,
Oh yeah, this would be like a
and that's
finger
the thing
for you.
is like with me with a G19 frame, I can get all 3 fingers on it. So
yeah, nope, not happening.
exactly,
No,
exactly,
that's why I don't own a Glock 19 because it doesn't fit good in my hand.
right.
So
And true Glocks don't fit in my hand either. That's why I have
But
knockoffs.
and people were like, "Well, why don't you undercut the trigger?" I'm like, "Because I have a Glock Gen 2, and I'm not doing that to this."
Right, right. I mean, you'd be better off buying one of
Just
the
a new
Gen 2
gun.
or buying one of the frames and then putting your slide on it.
Well, actually, I just have to get my gun out of frickin' jail, and I can do what I want. Welcome to Jersey. They closed down
Yeah.
the division that does my background check paperwork.
Exactly. And yeah, I heard, I was like, oh, I hate Jersey. And I don't even live there. I feel
I have
so
a-
bad for Tony.
I have a Glock 34 Gen 3 undercut. Everything's done to it. It's sitting at my FFL. He lets me say hi to it every now and again.
and stroke it and play with it and put it back. Sorry. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it's a
I mean,
toss
it's
up.
just cool.
I dig it, mainly because I really want an FN 509. I really do. I dig their line of pistols. It's just I never have. I mean, after you go through everything you'd have to go through,
Oh yeah.
and then you got to buy FN mags for FN 509, and they're not as expensive as CZs, but they're not cheap either.
They're depending on where you get them. They're in the $35, somewhere up to 40 sometimes, depending on where and when.
Yeah. So my CZ P07 that I have, because it's in 40 caliber, CZ was dumping all of their mags, and I was able to get them for $9.99.
Ooh, nice.
People are going to hate you, Tony. But yeah, because it's a 40.
Yep.
Exactly. Exactly.
So now I have 15 mags for $9.99 each.
I like this gun. It's an interesting gun. My only problem, like we're saying, is I'd be lucky to get my middle finger and my ring finger around the front of that grip.
Right. And I completely understand. And I have a smaller hand, so I'm measuring
Because normally,
my
depending on where I'm going, if I'm on my motorcycle, I usually carry my Ruger LC9S. But for the most part, when I'm just generically carrying, I usually carry my FN9S, the full size striker fire.
right. Gotcha. Okay.
I do like this.
Yeah.
Rob's gonna end up with this.
He will
Not
eventually.
not until I get my credit card paid off.
Unless it doesn't fit his hand properly or something.
That too.
Well,
That too.
there's a couple gun ranges around here I can go to where I can rent guns. I'll have to see when they get these in stock if they're going to rent
And
them
by
out.
the time anything comes back in stock, you can
Yeah.
probably
Well,
rent one.
It'll be just like the great gun buy of 2012, where everybody went out and bought them for
Oh,
ungodly
yeah.
prices. Then 6 months later, oh, there's not a glut. Okay, they dump them, and I spent $800 on that gun. Yeah, but I can sell it brand new for $6. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah. Okay. So that pretty much does it for the FN 503. Looks like we're going to have a short show this week. Not that that's a problem. We can always get Tony to yak on about something. On a complete different note than pistols, Modular Driven Technologies, or MDT, came out with their XRS chassis at SHOT Show. I actually saw it. I was like, yeah, okay, I like it, but I finally put it in the show notes. Thought I'd talk about it. Say, if you like this kind of stuff, it's all for you. Their XRS is, if you know anything about MDT, they make rifle chassis out of aluminum typically. more so for the precision market. Years ago, they did send me one of their chassis. I did a review on it. So, of course, you can always go to the Firearms Insider.tv and find it. If you search MDT, it'll probably show up. But this is their XRS hybrid system chassis. Basically, it brings the benefits of a chassis who prefer a more traditional style stock. Currently, it is only available for the Remington 700 short action, but they do have the Savage and Howa Weatherby short actions and Tika short actions coming soon. It says May, so basically in May sometime. Price on these things is $499.95. You can get, let's see, left hand, right hand, I think. Is that right? Nope, only right-handed for now. And you can get black. But what this is the best way to explain it is it's not like a chassis that uses a pistol grip. It's more of your kind of older school precision rifle chassis. It's got a built-in like hand grip that you can still add extensions to, like a thumb grip and stuff. It does have an adjustable cheek piece, and it runs a butt plate system that you can add spacers to. It has, of course, the fore end has M-lock slots, stuff like that. Let's see, the spacers of give you 13 and a quarter to 15 inch plus adjustable length. The chassis itself weighs 3.9 pounds. And like we said, it does have the cheek piece adjustment. It has an ambi magazine latch. It uses the standard AICS or MDT makes their own magazines. The fore end is 12 inches long. Of course, it's CNC'd out of aluminum. It does have polymer panels, so I don't know if in the future they'll make different panels. Let's see if I forgot anything. It accommodates barrels up to 1.25 inch diameter. And basically, like it says, 223 or 308 short action magazines, AICS, interchangeable vertical and angled grips included. And we did say it weighs 3.9 pounds. Not everybody is keen on a full chassis system. So with this, you still get the benefits of a chassis with a more semi-traditional style stock. It looks nice. I can see where there would be advantages for certain people that want this style. You know, they make good stuff. I like it. I actually like the looks of it better than some of the chassis. My opinion. Price is about par for what you're getting. So there's nothing wrong with that. I don't know if any of you guys have looked into any of this stuff.
Actually, the last range visit, one of the guys showed up with a Masterpiece Arms, Remington 700 and a Masterpiece Arms chassis.
Yes.
Holy crud. He had like a carbon fiber barrel on it. Actually, I have a picture of me shooting it. It is freaking awesome. I took pictures from behind it. I took as many photos as I possibly could because it was just so cool. But the price on that is 2 to 3 times the price of this just for the chassis itself.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
I mean, it's not like
They
their
like their
chassis
chassis.
are expensive.
Like this chassis is like what MSRP is like $499.
Yeah, $500.
Yes. $500.
Yeah, I think the cheapest thing Masterpiece Arms has is like $700, and that's the least expensive. Most of the stuff is like 12 and up for
Wow.
stuff from Masterpiece Arms, and that's just the chassis. So yeah, I'm looking at this, and it's more traditional. It comes with a couple of different pistol grips. I don't know if you said that or not.
Yeah, they don't really tell you what they are, but yeah.
One's more vertical than the other one. That's what they are. One's more straight up and down, because of the different shooting styles. But that's about it. I'm looking at the cost, and I go, this will be a first stop, and plus the guns you get to choose from, right? What is it? Just a Remington 700. Then you got the Savage. Then you got the Howa. None of those are out yet,
Right.
but they're
But
coming.
yeah, they are, and like I said, they're the chassis that I have. Yeah, I think is their LSS, which doesn't really pertain to much, but it's a nice chassis and it's not super heavy. But like I said, it's more your standard chassis style. This is your non-traditional chassis style, in my opinion.
Hmm.
But yeah, they usually start out with the 700s and then they work their way down through others.
But here's the crazy thing. I mean, it's really cool and all, but other companies are coming out with the stuff already. Like Savage has their 110s. It's funny because the guy from Masterpiece Arms was on one side, and then on the other side was a guy with a Savage 110 that was all hooked up. So I was actually bouncing from table to table,
Well,
shooting
and
these.
you want to know the funny part about the Savage ones?
Hmm.
I do believe the Savage ones are an MDT chassis made for Savage.
Oh, really?
I do believe I think Savage admits it. They're like, yeah, they make our chassis system rifles.
So, I
Stocks.
mean, if you're going to get into this, you're jumping into precision rifle or you just adding the chassis. If you just adding the chassis, hey, this is probably the least expensive one that has a great reputation behind the company. But if you're just starting out, man, look at something that's already made instead of, buying an action and then trying to get it fitted and doing all kinds of other
Right.
things to it. Man, jump in this sucker with something solid like that's already done.
There's even though they did send me a chassis years ago,
Hmm.
I do want to say that I appreciate them as a company. And here's completely off the record. Every year they send me a Christmas card.
Ah, that's pretty cool.
I know. I'm like, okay, what do I deserve a Christmas card for from you? But it's cool because it's like, hey, here's your Christmas card. I know you're in the industry. And it's simple, but it's a cool gesture. It's like, hey, you know, and
Yeah.
so the first time they sent it to me, I was like, hey, this is kind of cool. And then they sent me one, the next year, and I was like, okay, you guys just pretty much are like one of the best chassis companies around, and it's just because of simple, stupid stuff like that.
Hey, listen, man. If they're doing that because they sent you something once, who knows what their customer service is probably pretty damn good too. I look at it this way, dude. $500. If you have your dad's Remington 700,
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Or if you picked one up on sale because it doesn't have to be 308. And I've seen a lot of different things on sale. And you want to try something different or jump into precision.
rifle,
Yeah,
PRC. There you go.
PRC. That's it. Sorry. If you want to jump into PRC, and this is a $500 step up to a rifle you already had, and you probably put a bunch of rounds through, but you're going to be totally outclassed if you go there with it in your, the regular wooden stock. Boom,
Right.
500.
And their other chassis are about the same price, so it's not like
Mhm.
if you want a more traditional style chassis, you can get that for $500 too.
And here's the crazy part: people might be buying everything, but a whole bunch of people ain't lining up to buy freaking Remington 700s right now.
No.
They're
Right.
buying everything else, so
Well-
you can probably walk in and dance out with one at a deal.
But you got to remember, somebody that's may buy this chassis may
Uh-huh.
do something like one of the custom 700 actions,
Maybe.
like Defiance or something like that, because like Defiance makes a less expensive action. So, you can. That's why I think they came out with the 700 first. Is not because people are buying 700s, but
Mhm.
because a lot of the custom actions are on a 700.
But here's the crazy part: custom actions or not, you can get in the precision rifles from Ruger. You
Oh,
can get
yeah.
a precision rifle from Savage, and all of them have MSRPs around $1,400 to $1,500.
Exactly.
Dude, again, every week I say it, but it is amazing. We live in the golden age of firearms because having precision rifles like this was custom stuff 20 years ago. It was
Oh,
totally
Mhm.
custom.
geez, 20 yeyears ago. Yeah, this was that. I mean, just getting something like a chassis and then a rifle. Yeah, exactly. I don't couldn't even imagine what they would cost circa 2000.
Yeah. Circa 2000, you only had like a couple of companies that were building chassis, and they were, I think I have a magazine right there, one of the old mags, and they were a gang of money, like 3-4 grand for a
Right.
chassis system. Now you have it for
Exactly.
$499.95.
Yeah, for the chassis itself. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I thought it was cool. So I definitely wanted to tell people about it. And that was the XRS chassis, of course, from MDT. Well, I couldn't find any listener feedback, so I just didn't put any in here because
Oh,
I
hold
don't know
on.
if
I,
there was any.
actually, I got one that says, listener feedback. I really enjoy the show. Tony's the best, and I hope he stays healthy because his back has to be killing him from carrying all of you losers. Signed, definitely not Tony.
Yeah,
Feedback.
definitely not Tony. Yeah. Okay.
Tony.
Right.
Sucks. There, I got the feedback in there.
You got the feedback. Like I
In the
told
show
somebody.
notes.
Oh, great. Did you?
Yeah, it says Tony
Yeah, he
sucks.
did.
Oh, you blow. So rude. But
Okay, Tony, take it away.
hey, all I'm saying is this: really blows. New Jersey ranges are closed, so my diversity shoot is paused until further notice. Also, my Minuteman challenge is too. Some other stuff that I was working on might be paused, but it allows me to load up. I'll be coming to you guys if the thing I'm working on works out with some new ways to train since we're going to be out of the range business for a minute. But my whole thing is half the episode of episode 71 of this 2A4E podcast is half of it's complete. I have to do a, what do you call that? Gear review. I got something I'm going to do a gear review on and some training concept stuff. And that's about it that I have left. And then I'm going to drop that. I'm going to do it weekly and I'm going to try to do a live, either Facebook Live or IG Live once a week also, just to maintain more of a presence and talk about what's going on, like the crazy bills is coming up. This ain't the place for me to push it, but you know, we got some crazy stuff going on. And since you guys are home, I think it's time for you to let your legislators know that you're still paying attention.
Oh
And they can't continually slip things past you like this new crazy bill that's everything that gun banners want.
5717 or whatever it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, 5717, and it's sponsored by the idiot that thought Guam would sink and wanted to have us to have a plan in case Guam tipped to the side because we had too many military people on it. These are the kind of morons that are writing your Second Amendment, attacking your Second Amendment, and that's why it's important for all of us to pay attention to it and come down on them like a sack of bricks since we got time on our hands. At least some of us do. So if you want to support what I do, because really when we get back on, I have a feeling that I'll probably be doing a diversity shoot a month and I will need the funding. So if you can go help me out at GoFundMe by making a donation, if you want to buy some of that crazy swag, go to diversityshoot.com and you can get some of the bubble stickers, the t-shirts, anything like that. If you want to join our Patreon, do that. I will be having a Boogaloo giveaway. I will be posting pictures. It's going to be gear. It's going to be a lower. It's going to be a rifle kit. All that stuff is going to happen. $20 and above donators. I also got a couple of knives. I want to make my Patreon something special, so I got to figure out how to do it and start coming to you guys and talking to you directly. It's pretty much about fundraising because I really have a feeling once all this is over with, I'm going to be really busy doing diversity shoots. So thanks a lot. As always, support us if you can. I really appreciate it.
Awesome. So send questions, comments, or feedback to gungearreview@gmail.com. So that applies to new gun owners looking for somebody to teach them, et cetera, et cetera. As we stated earlier, I guess we could finally give you our email address. uh, if you would like to pledge your support for us, you can go to gunandgearcult.com. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us an iTunes review. We'll probably read it on the air and try not to humiliate Tony too much. Check out all the other great shows on the Firearms Radio Network at firearmsradio.tv.
Hey, quick thing.
Firearmsradio.tv, whatever. Yeah, Tony.
Yeah, Firearms Radio Network is still, I think you can order through Brownells and they still get a little bit of it. So if you want to do that, since you guys are ordering stuff, you can do it through the Firearms Radio Network homepage.
Yeah, I think it's on the homepage. Otherwise, maybe I don't know exactly where it would go through, but if it's on there, it's on there. Don't forget to visit the Firearms Insider for reviews. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram at Firearms Insider. And of course, thank you for listening to the largest pound for pound podcast on the network. And I don't know if we're out tonight, but you guys stay healthy out there and don't let this COVID-19 spoil your ammo buying experience.
Yeah, guys. Hey, stay positive. This is just a bump in the road. We will get through this. I hear a lot of people are depressed. Don't be, man. This is something that we will conquer. We will get through. Dude, just have fun. Go shooting if you can. If not, enjoy your family.
Exactly. I mean, teenagers are so much fun.
Oh, now you really want to give it to me, don't you?
Uh-huh. So, and we're out of here.
Bye, guys. Put her on a plane ticket.